Greetings, students. Uh, Today we are going to see about colonial architecture. The colonial architecture is of two words. One is colonial, which refers colonial India, and the other word architecture is something is design. Okay. First, it is important for us to understand the context colonial India. Colonial India is a part of Indian subcontinent, which was under the control of European powers through trade and conquest. And first, India was invaded by Alexander in the year 327 to 326 BC, and that too, India went into the hands of the European people. In 19th century, the British Empire came into the rule of India and they established their architecture, which includes the Viceroy's Lounge in Delhi. And the timeline of colonial era. So we were ruled by Portuguese, Dutch, British, and French. And the Portuguese people was the first to come into India, who came to India by 1505, and they ruled India till 1961. And they came for merchandise in 1498 and they started their ruling from 1505, and they were derived by Catholic missionary zeal, and they were gaining power in India, and this Portuguese era is found in Goa, and they ruled over Goa for 400 years. Dutch, and the Dutch who came to power in 1605 to 1825, and they were interested in trade and commerce, and they started invading India and capturing Indian part of India. British, they ruled from 1612 to 1947 till the independence, and they were overthrowing in 1615. They were overthrowing the Mughal Empire, and the French people ruled India from 1759 to 1954, and they colonized a fishing village, Pondicherry in Tamil Nadu, and it was transformed into a flourishing port town. And the main thing which we are going to see in the colonial India is about Delhi. And Delhi is a prominent architectural style of a colonial style. And the architectural style of British period is very prominent, and it is seen in the building like Central Secretariat, Parliamentary House or Sanshad Bhavan, the President House or the Rashtrapati Bhavan, and which is also known as the British Viceroy's House, and the splendid Rajpath. Rajpath is nothing but the King's Pathway, the India Gate, and also New Delhi is also designed in the colonial feature, which combines the English school of architecture and also the traditional Indian forms. The British, they followed various architectural styles like Gothic, Imperial, Christian, English Renaissance, and Victorian, which are the chief architectural styles which are followed in the design of Delhi. And the master, Edwin Landshire Lutyens, Sir Edwin Landshire Lutyens, is the key of the design of Delhi. He is an English architect known for imaginative adapting traditional architectural style, which is required for that era. And Lutyens, he played an instrumental role in designing building in New Delhi. He was serving a seat in the government of India. In recognition of his contribution, New Delhi is also called as Lutyens Delhi. He, along with his collaborators, Herbert Baker, who is also a main architect of monuments and several monuments in New Delhi, such as India Gate. He also designed Vaishra's house, which is now known as Rashtrapati Bhavan. So Lutyens invented his own new classical order in the design of Delhi, which was called as again a Delhi order, and he has used the same design in several of his buildings in England, such as Campion Hall and Oxford. Unlike other British architects, traditional British architects, he incorporated many of the local and traditional Indian architecture within the buildings, such as Buddhist domes of Vaishra's house, or now called as Rashtrapati Bhavan. So, you normally the Lutyens principle is to impose harmony, strength, and repose classical designs. He used to control the sense of proportion and organizational principles, and he used to control the form and the mass. For example, the Parliamentary House or the Sanshad Bhavan is designed as a circular form. The Rashtrapati Bhavan is designed as a rectangular form or a U-shaped, and he is well known for his rules of classical proportionality and also sparingly use of symbolic classical motifs. He used to his design is used to be romantic, rambling plans of his earlier houses. Lutyens increasingly began to incorporate a strong sense of balance, symmetry, and order in his design. Lutyens viewed the manipulation and organization of classical vocabulary a great intellectual game to be played by an architect to create unique individual designs. What Lutyens' plan is to incorporate the uniqueness and create a classical vocabulary in his design. And when he was composing Delhi, he found a place southwest to the Shahjahanabad, and that was created as New Delhi, which has streets, wide tree-lined avenues. This New Delhi was built in the spirit of the British colonial rule. It is called as a new imperial city with older native settlements and also a newer characteristic features. And it is like Indian traders who participated in the grand shopping center for the resident. And the pattern of settlement is purely geometrical. So the tree-lined streets radiate from the central vista and coverage with into hexagonal nodes. So we can see. So this sorry, this the central vista is there. From the central vista, there are radiating lines. So these are hexagonal nodes. From this central vista, these radiating nodes connect the other places. The plans and the sections showing a typical hexagonal node with roads converging into the roundabouts. So these are the roundabouts, and these are the nodes which gets connected to this roundabouts, and we can move to various directions. Okay, so this is the pattern which is being followed in the settlements. And the most important building which was built by Edwin Lutyens and the Sir Herbert Baker is the India Gate, the Parliamentary House, Connaught Palace, Rashtrapati Bhavan, Supreme Court of India, and the Central Secretariat. So with this, I end this. We'll see about, in the next video, we'll see about the India Gate, the design of India Gate. Thank you.